So it feels like you've lived a Groundhog Day. The same day happens again and again. If you work towards it, nothing changes. If you don't do anything, nothing changes. You are literally stuck in a perpetual hell of your own making. Why is it your own making? It's your own making because everything about your life is created by the identity that you have. I was born with the name Dhruv, and I have spent the last 27 years of my life crafting this identity called Dhruv. And he identified with certain things. He did Muay Thai, he played tennis, he had health issues, he had all these type of things. And that was the identity that I spent my whole entire life crafting. That's some good chai. But he spent this whole entire lifetime crafting this identity. And there comes a moment where when you go deeper into this world, you realize, well, it is this identity that I have been crafting is the one that I have been using to interact with this physical world. So there's a split. It's not that I am Dhruv, it is that I am the one that is using Dhruv to interact with this physical world. I know that's a little heady, but we'll go into it. So the real question is, what is identity? And I kind of hint at it by saying the hobbies. It is things that you recognize, right? And identity goes from the smallest of things to the largest of things. Right now, I drive an Ioniq 5. In some degree, I identify that I drive an Ioniq 5. That means I recognize the fact that I drive an Ioniq 5. All identity is what you recognize. Every single morning when you wake up, the first thing you search for is you, the identity that you recognize. So, by realizing that all you are is recognition, essentially all you have to do is change your recognition, which is, let's say you have a desire to have a new fountain pen. Right now, you recognize that you don't have that fountain pen, but right now, you can just the same power that knows that you don't have a fountain pen is the same power that can recognize that you have a fountain pen. And honestly, I implore you to try it. I want you to go onto Google. I want you to find a fountain pen, and I want you to practice believing that you have it right now, despite it. And that's my challenge for you. Go ahead and give it a try. But anyway, let me go to my notes right here. But how do you change identity on a base level? And the thing is identity has been so tied with physicality, which is like I am Dhruv. But I am is not Dhruv. I am proceeds Dhruv. It's that I am has tied itself to something physical. But what you are is you're a spiritual being living a physical reality. So what you have to learn to do is to tie yourself to the spiritual identity that you have inside. You have these thoughts, you have these feelings, you have all these emotions, but you're the one that's recognizing them. That's the real you. That's the real spiritual you, right? And that spiritual you is the Son of God. Whether you want to say Son of the universe, Son of whatever, but you are born from the greatest thing that has ever existed, which is everything, which is consciousness. Only thing can exist because you are conscious of it. If you are not conscious of it, it could not exist. Even in your own mind is unlimited because you can imagine, well, you can't really imagine the unlimited, but you have unlimited ability to use your imagination, which is God in another sense. God, awareness, universe, whatever you want to call it. But realizing that you are the Son of God. Even in Vedic philosophy, it says something very interesting. The Lord of the heart and God are two different things, yet they are one, and only the very learned will understand. And I understand what it means by that. But I think an easier way of saying is, you are the Son of God, and within you is your Father, which is the presence, the consciousness, the fact that you're even alive. I am. That is your Father. And what you think you are, which is the man inside, you're completely saturated in your Father. You could say it's the mind too. Like, you've never left your mind. You're the one who's aware of your five senses, and you're completely saturated within that, which is God in another sense, right? So, but there's a trap there. Not a lot of people explain that say that the trap is the God and I. It's now become a we. And now what you have done is you have split yourself from the very source from where all your powers come from. And because now there's not one thing, it's two things, right? It's not I am the son of God and then there's my father and I. Yes, that is completely true, but it's nuanced in the fact that you are the father and you are the son of God at the same time. It's not a we, it's an I. It's an individualistic thing. You are the I that is using the presence, right? It's more of an ability, it's more of a power, it's more of a tool. Your father exists regardless of whether you believe it or not. But you, as the son of God, are the one that's impressing your father. It's not that they're separate, you two are one, right? And the second you realize that, you realize how free you are now. It's that you're not trying to impress a society, you're not trying to be something for somebody else. You can be uniquely your own individual because behind everybody has the same father. They all have the same ability, the same powers as you do, and their ability to recognize themselves with whatever they want. So it's a truly special thing. And once you realize it frees you. And then from there, you can impress whatever you want because there is no God and I. It is just I. And that's why even if you look at biblically, it says he speaketh and so it shall be. He knows, he knew before it was said. You are the same exact way. It's like the word, the spoken word, not words. Words a 3D thing to understand a state of consciousness, but word itself is truth. And the truth is what you have with your father, right? Because if everything here is a reflection of what you are identified with, then what you identify your father to have, so will you, because it's consciousness. And physically, it may not show up at first, but as long as you are identified, it has no choice but to show up, because that's whatever your current life is what you have identified with. And that's why it keeps on manifesting. The same reality comes again and again and again because you haven't changed. But the second you change, and the easiest way, rather than trying to find all these different things of being like, oh, there's the version of me that has the house that's identified with not having the house, and the version of me that has the house are two different identities. It's so much harder than just believing that you are the son of God and then that you can speak things into existence because your father allows you to. So 10 times easier. And it gives yourself a royal feeling of ability of like, hey, I can think better of myself. I am worthy because you are the son of the greatest king that's ever lived. It's honestly the best mental hack that I've ever heard when it comes to this type of stuff. So what you got to do, and then once you figure out and kind of toy with that, it's just like, okay, it's not God and I, it's just it's just I and God is with me. It's not a we, it's an I thing. And you sit with that for a very long time, and however long it takes to, it can happen instantly, it could take you a week, it could take years. But from there, you can realize that, okay, if I and God are one, then I can speak things into reality. And it's not like me sitting here and affirming. It's much deeper than that. And when you realize it, you will have no doubt because you realize that you and God are one, and therefore when you say something, it happens. And when you start doubting, it's not that you're doubting anything, you're doubting yourself. You're doubting your relationship with God. Like, God is your personal liaison. It's your relationship with him. If you tell God, I have this thing, you will have that thing, because that is just how it works, because God is not, he's all things, and it doesn't care, right? It's that you care, and that's the problem. And because you care out of sheer love, he gives it to you. But yeah, that's that 1, 2, 3. If you go ahead and sign up for my school group, you'll get an access to my ebook that explains all of this stuff incredibly in depth. And I also put dissertations about stuff like this. And that concludes this video. If you guys like chai, go ahead and get yourself some. My company is Somali Chai. I'll put a link in the bio. It is a delicious cup of chai. See you guys in the next video.